Hello and welcome to today's video on high altitude investing. In today's video, I'm going to be doing from start to finish technical analysis on Ethereum. So let's get right into this. Alright, so I'm on tradingview.com. This is where I do all of my technical analysis, and I'm looking at the Ethereum dollar chart on the Poloniex exchange, and we're starting out with the 3-day candlesticks here. So let's get into a few candlestick patterns that I've been watching and noticing here. First of all, we had some profit taking up here at the $1,400 levels. If you're one of my VIP members, then you're getting sell signals in this area. But essentially, this is a reversal pattern right here. This candlestick at the top, that's a bearish reversal. So we had a little bit of a sell-off or a correction down to $500. And some people would be like, oh, well, this moved down, let's see, this moved down 60%. That's not a correction. That's a massive sell-off. But the thing is that's using stock trading rules to determine corrections and sell-offs. Cryptocurrency is significantly more volatile than pretty much any commodity or stock that you're going to be trading. So a 60% drop-off is actually very normal. And if you want to be trading crypto, you're going to have to learn to stomach that type of movement because it's very common. And the thing is those types of drops are great buy opportunities. So we'll get into that in just a second here and kind of show you my Elliott wave count, because if anybody follows this channel for a while, you know that I teach Elliott wave theory, which is basically just in every single market cycle, you have a fractal or a pattern that repeats itself. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up and then A, B, C down, okay? And it's very basic, simple. You can do some Googling about it to get more information for yourself or continue to watch my videos. I've got a bunch of information on it. But essentially, that means that we need to count the waves here for Ethereum, to find the direction that it's headed and find a target, right? So that's how I do my TA, and that's how I predict these charts. Everybody has different ways, but that's what I have found to be the most accurate out of all of the ways that I've looked at. And I've spent quite a bit of time researching this since 2015 and 2016 is when I really started getting into it. But when crypto exploded in 2017, that's when things got exciting. So let's get into exactly some of my predictions here, because we're down at $828 and we're starting to see a little bit of a sell-off, and some people might be panicking because if you check in like the 3-hour time frame, this looks a little bit scary if you're new to trading and you don't understand market cycles, because you see this huge sell-off, right? This huge correction. But if you kind of tune out from that correction and look at what's actually happening here in the market and count the waves, you get a lot clearer picture here. So I'm going to start counting waves from our top down. So our top was at 1465, and this was a big ABC correction. So this is the A down, this is the B up, and then this is the C down. So again, Elliott waves is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. So we have a very, very nice ABC correction here. Now, at the rule of Elliott's is after an ABC, or at the bottom of an ABC, is the best time to buy. So the absolute best time to buy any coin is at the bottom of an ABC correction, because that's where you have the lowest risk and the highest potential for reward. So it gives you really good odds in your favor to be buying that low. And so now that Ethereum has made this ABC correction, we have room on the upside to see growth because it's already seen its ABC. So that means it needs to start a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. So let's go into a little bit of a bigger time frame than the 3-hour. Let's check out the daily for a second here. And you guys, I like to check every single time frame when I'm doing TA on something. I usually start with bigger time frames and go down because I like to see the biggest trend first, the big picture, and then I can focus on the little moves or what's happening on the smaller time frames. But if I know what's happening big picture, I can see the general direction of the market. And this is a very bullish market, which means up. The general direction for Ethereum since early 2017 has been directly up, We've only seen buying. We've had corrections on the way, but this is a bullish market. So in a bullish market, you want to aim to buy dips at the bottom of ABC corrections. So Ethereum is actually setting up for a relatively good entry over the next little while because of that very reason. So let's kind of check out our wave count on this next wave set up. So this means that we're making a 1, 2 again. So in the next wave set up, this will be a 1. And I suspect the 2 to retrace back to somewhere between $720 and $700 here. And then we should make a very impulsive 3 wave out of this. Breaking all-time highs usually in those 3 waves, because 3 waves are very impulsive Elliots. Okay, here we go. So we are expecting to see some bullish movement coming out of Ethereum over the next little while. And in the short term, we're going to see a little bit of a sell-off down to 700, right? So that kind of gives you an idea of what's happening in the smaller time frame and gives you a little bit of an idea of what's going to happen over the next couple months here in this next wave up. So this looks like over the summer we'll see some buying up into this 5th wave, right? Now, again, Elliott waves teach the top of a 5th wave, you have an ABC. So this will come back down to test support. It's very likely to come back down and touch the top of support here at 14 per coin. Now, what's interesting about this is that this will actually be the completion of an entire Elliott up, okay? So since this point in 2017, 07, 16, this is when we started a new market cycle or a new Elliott wave. This is all the 3 wave. 3 wave. So everything past 07 of 17 is 3 wave movement for Ethereum. And the reason for that is because this was our first 1, 2 in the new market cycle. So when Ethereum came up to $400 and then hit 160, that was a 1 wave and a 2 wave. 1, 2. Okay. And then now we can count the waves inside of this 3 wave. And see that we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See how that lines up very nicely. And it takes a little bit of practice to really understand these cycles and count your waves on your own here. It can be a little bit overwhelming to look at these and see all these numbers being placed on it. But just understand that humans think the same over and over again. And that's all Elliott waves is it's human emotion being painted onto these charts. So Ethereum is likely to come test 2,000 over the next few months in its 3 wave, okay? Now, does that mean that Ethereum at the top of 2,000 will be done with its market cycle? No, because this is all still 3 wave movement, right? This is all the subwaves of the 3 wave. So at the end of the 3 wave, let me just go ahead and make this a little bit lower here. Probably come test support. We need to make a 5 wave. So everything after this point will be 5 wave movement for Ethereum, okay? So we've already done the 1 wave. We've already put the 2 wave in place. We're making the 3 wave. And then we will be making a 5 wave towards the end of the year. And we don't really know how high 5 waves go. In crypto, 5 waves generally be the most parabolic. So that could be pretty intense towards the end of the year. The buying pressure is going to be really, really intense. So let me just take some of these Elliots out from our current 3 wave count, just so that I can kind of show you the actual bigger picture count of what's happening. So So again, that's where the 3 wave and the 5 wave. So here's the big picture wave count. So 1, 2, we're making that 3 wave, 4, 5. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm looking at here. And the reason that I know this is because Elliott's, one rule of Elliott's is you should be able to count the waves within the waves. So if you're looking at the big picture waves, you should be able to zoom into one of the waves. Like for example, this 3 wave up. You should be able to zoom into this and count the subwaves. And sure enough, you can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a perfect subwave count inside of this 3 wave, which gives you really just more confidence that your wave count is correct if you can count the waves inside of the waves. So I personally think that Ethereum will be way over $2,000 by the end of this year. We don't know exactly what level it will stop at, but that's just my generalized prediction for Ethereum for 2018. Now let's go ahead and take our fib extension tool and we'll come up with a target here. Okay, we go like this, and then we pull, oops, we go from the bottom of the 1 wave to the bottom of the 2. And I like to aim for the 5, 6, 1, 8 on the 3 wave. Okay, let's pull this back down to the 2, 3, 6. Awesome. And then now I'm just going to take this fib tool again, draw from the low to the high, and then back down to here, and we'll go for the 1, 6, 1, 8 at 4,200. Okay, so I basically just use the Fibonacci extension tool to find my targets. And that's something that you can learn how to do in my VIP course. If you're interested in that, websites and links in the description below. But this is kind of the trend that I'm seeing for Ethereum. And, you know, most people like to sit back and they like to only look at this part of the chart. They like to only focus on the little movement, the small picture. They're only worrying about this part of the chart. What's really important is to zoom out, stretch your chart down, pull back a little bit, and look at what is probable to happen over the next year or 2. Think big picture. Don't get so caught up in these little swings, because swing trading cryptocurrency, for me, I have found that going with 2 to 3 month setups works way better than trying to catch little day trades or little swings. That doesn't mean it's not possible to day trade, and that doesn't mean that it's bad to. I've just found it to be more accurate and more profitable to stick with the bigger time frames. It also keeps a lot of the stress away because you can just buy and forget, right? You just buy it and then a few months later you take some of your profits out. You don't have to sit and think about it. You don't have to sit and watch it trade. You know, it's way easier to manage that type of a trade than going for day trades or trying to get in and out over and over. It also saves you time. So overall, I like to focus on that movement for myself. Everybody has their own trading styles, and that's totally okay. That's part of the name of the game with trading, is everybody has their own little niche, you know, their own little way to profit off of all of this. Some people use arbitrage, some people make exchanges and charge fees, you know, so there's lots of ways to make money in the cryptocurrency space. But for me, I like to stick to these 2 to 3 month market cycles. They seem to be very easy to understand and very, very profitable with not that much work. You basically just kind of set it and forget it. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this lower trend line here. Okay. Like this. And then I'll pull up the MACD. And I talked about this in my from start to finish Bitcoin technical analysis video. I dropped the MACD in here, and basically this is a moving average, convergence, divergence. It's a momentum indicator. The fact that these two are coming down and these two lines are coming down and looking like they will cross like that is a very bullish sign as well. So again, we'll touch that $700 level, and then we're likely to turn on the MACD and see some strong buying pressure up past 2,000 per coin. So just wanted to make you aware of that MACD turn. All right. And then also that nice volume spike back 0715 was a good sign that this market is plenty healthy to see continuation to new all-time highs for larger degree of trend. Because this is a small degree of trend, this is a little trend, but if you step back, look at the big picture, you can see the larger degree of trend, and that larger degree is showing that we'll see bullish movement all through this year. So let me go ahead and publish this chart for you guys. I'm just going to make it private, and then we'll leave this in the description as well. So Ethereum TA from start to finish. Okay, we'll write in our fifth wave target is, let's see, minimize this. Yeah, our fifth wave target is 43, and our three wave target is 23. So let's pull this up. So fifth wave, or three wave target is 2,300. Fifth wave target is, I already forgot it, let me pull this back up, 43, yeah, there we go, 4,300. And basically, very healthy trend, strong volume, great project. And that is important for some of the bigger, like 2 to 3 month trades. It is good to have good projects, you know, focus on ones that people care about. It just adds to the probabilities in your favor. And then, yeah, so we'll be watching the $700 levels for support to hold, and planning to take profits at first two targets. All right, so I'm just looking at my previous video from last week, from start to finish, technical analysis on Bitcoin. And I just wanted to let you guys know how I'm doing these videos each week. Expect one every Tuesday. And what you want to do is on each video, go ahead and go into the comment section below and comment whatever coin you want me to do TA on next week. And whatever gets the most thumbs up, I'll go ahead and do that coin. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you learned something. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and drop them in the comment box below. I appreciate you tuning in today, and as always, stay profitable.